Oh my gosh, I feel like it's been so long since I've posted a video. I almost was too scared to come back. It's been probably like a month or so, guys, and I want to apologize, but we're here. I have my cousin here, and of course, she has this beautiful, thick, full hair, all natural, and she wanted some locks. So I'm going to be doing some faux locks today. And of course, you guys already know the deal. I'm going to start with my famous middle part. This is going to always guide me through this hairstyle, even though my parting is going to be some half moon parts. I still need that middle part to kind of let me know where I need to go. All right. So that's where I'm starting off with. I'm just going to go ahead, part that out, clip that off, and then get started. And like I said, I'm doing some half moons, and this is not a part that I'm used to doing, but I just figured since it's locks, like we could do, a part that is kind of not so uniform, like straight boxes or anything like that. And I like how these fall too. So lately I've been really gearing towards like diagonal parting, like diamond parts. And then now these parts, because I do like how they fall. Like, yes, bricklayering falls a certain way. However, sometimes I just don't get the bricklaying right. Like sometimes it just don't line up all the time with bricklayering. So these, they fall nicely. So to start off, she wants some locks. Like I said, she wanted in a bob type, kind of like not so long, and her hair is long, so I'm gonna have to um fold her hair up, and I'm going to show you guys how I get that done. So of course I'm going to braid it out a little bit first, and that braiding it out a little bit and then go into a twist is purposely done because the braid is going to anchor the hair. Once I start faux locks in, once I start wrapping, it's going to anchor it, and then the twist is just so that it's just faster. It's just gonna for me to hurry up and get her hair together, but also when she goes to take everything down, she doesn't have to undo braids the entire way. She could just undo the twist, undo a little bit of the plait, and then go about her business. So basically I plait for a little bit. That's gonna anchor once I crochet the hair in and start wrapping. That's what that does, is anchor that, and the twist is just to get her hair in a style, because you do need to either have braided it off at the end or twist it off at the end. You can't leave it loose, especially for this type of style, because faux locks is hard to take down, but if your natural hair is tangled up in it, I just feel bad, I would feel bad for her. So what you see me doing right there is like I'm braiding a little bit, twisting a little bit, and I let it go. That's because she's actually behind the scenes helping me twist it down. We want this process to go faster. So, of course, she's helping whatever way she can, and she doesn't mind twisting her own hair and stuff. So, what I do is braid it down, start twisting, then I hand it over to her, and then she starts twisting out the end. This is just so that the process goes by faster. It was still a long process because this is just not the style I'm used to. But this is how it looks, guys, before I start putting in the dreads. You can tell her length is pretty long. So what I'm going to do is fold the hair up for especially the back ones, to give that kind of like bob effect. It's like a long bob. But once I get to the top, the hair is long enough to where I don't have to fold anymore. So this is what I do to fold it, guys. I just take a crochet needle and I push through where I want the hair to be, and then I pull the ends up into it. This is going to make it shorter. So now if it was going to be like a really, really like a bob for real, of course I would go up higher, and this is how you get, when the hair is longer, you just kind of do something like this. And you guys are going to see once I start wrapping how I'm able to like keep it. So the first one I'm doing, of course, I'm going to cut short. You guys probably get frustrated because you want to see more. But this is because I'm just trying to get the size right. I end up cutting that short, started with the other one. And eventually I'm going to show you guys how I get the end, how I finish off the end. So now I'm on this one and I'm just wrapping. So you see me crochet through first. I match up the length of one to the end of her braid, and then I start wrapping with the longer side. So here I am, I crocheted out, I pull the hair up, and then this is the longer side I'm using to wrap. And sometimes you run. out of hair. You run out of the wrapping hair, and I'm going to also show you guys what you do in that scenario. So once you get to the end right here where the hair is folded up, you do want to make sure like you get her natural hair into the wrap. And there I go, I ran out of hair. So now I'm going to pull for another strand, and I'm going to start at the end, and you just kind of just start wrapping. You have leave some out and you just start wrapping, and then once I get to the end, I want to flip it upward. So I'm going to now start wrapping upward, and this is the difficult part, you guys. It's kind of weird, and it kind of stops the process a little bit because you have to kind of turn it upwards and start doing it the opposite way, going up. And I'm not a faux locs so if I have some people that is like a faux locs, that's their thing in the comments, like, you can teach me. You don't have to yell at me and say I'm doing it wrong. Go ahead and tell me the proper way to do it, because this is my second time doing these, and I almost didn't even do them because the first time I felt like wasn't the best experience, and I just never thought I would ever want to do them again. But this is my cousin. I love her. Whatever she wants, I just do it for her. So she asked me for it the first time she asked me. I kind of, not saying I ignored her, but I kind of like didn't respond right away, thinking she might change her mind. But she was adamant when she saw me in person. She was like, "Are you gonna do these faux locks or not?" So I'm like, "All right, cool. Just come and let me do it, and get it over with." It's really easy, but I don't know. It's just some things is just not your thing. Like sitting there rapping all day, it's just not my thing. I need more of a challenge, but like the end of it is challenging. It could probably be a better way that I could be doing it, but it works. But I am gonna say, if you're gonna try this look, um just be mindful that it does get a little difficult at the end. So once you start wrapping upwards, it does get a little bit difficult. The hair I'm using is like a Cuban twist hair, you guys. So that is what you want to use, and I might go ahead and tag that for you in the comments or wherever, like a Amazon link or whatever, to this type of hair, because it's sticking on its own. I don't have to use any glue. I don't have to use anything to make it stay. So once I start wrapping it up, like, it just wraps into its own. So there is no glue being used. There's nothing being used, and it does not unravel or do anything crazy. So here I am on her edges. Of course, she's holding it because you don't want to pull the edges, because as I'm going, I am pulling and wrapping. So she's holding it so it doesn't pull on her edges, guys. So you always want to practice safe edges. And also, when I put it into the root, I'm not doing it super tight because I don't want the hair to be pulling, and that's what I'm asking her right now. Is it good? Is it pulling too tight? You like to ask those questions. You don't want to wait last minute till you're done and then they're saying, "Oh my God, it's so tight, I gotta take it out." No, you want to ask those questions in the beginning, while you're doing the hair, as much as you can. You want to annoy them if you can. Just making sure that, hey, is this too tight? Let me know. Don't forget, let me know. Is it too tight? I can take it out. You don't want to wait last minute and then they go home. They're like, "Oh my God, I have a headache," or nothing crazy like that. But where I'm wrapping upwards right now. And yes, it does look a little bulky at the ends when you wrap upwards, but to me, it's kind of cute. Like, it didn't look crazy. I know that's the new style now, even with braids, is that you braid it down and you can like take the ends and wrap it upwards and leave that bulb at the end. So that style is kind of cute. And even though it's a little bit thicker at the ends, it doesn't look bad. It still flows really, really well. And it looks good. So yeah. But this is the process I'm going to continue to do. I've braided it out all the way first and twist the ends, and then I'm just going in, I crochet it through. I match the hair up with the length. In this case, since this length is so long, I kind of just like went halfway through. And sometimes I'm ending up adding 3 strands. So for this length, for something like this, I might end up adding 1 more strand. So I'm on number 2 right now. If I don't make it to the end, or if it doesn't match up with the length, I go ahead and I add 1 more strand to finish it off. and that is out. This is done, you guys. I'm almost at the end. But yeah, as I'm going, you want to double check to make sure that you're all on the same length, because you don't want to just blindly braid do it, and then it's all choppy and not looking uniform and like a bob. She didn't want it to be perfect like a bob. She just kind of wanted to be around the same length but a little bit shorter. And as you can see, I'm done right now. I'm just oiling her scalp. I'm using the Carol's Daughter 7 oil blend to oil her roots. Um, what I used to slick her hair down was the lock-in gel. That has become my new fave to use. And now I'm going in with the Magic Finger mousse. This is one of my favorite mousses to use as well. So for these, you do not dip them. So for me, you kind of mousse them, and then I'm going to use the blow dryer to put some heat to it, and that is going to kind of secure it a little bit. So you're not going to dip these in any type of hot water, anything like that. So now I'm using the blow dryer, my Babyliss Pro. I'll link all of these because I want to link all the things that I use, um, so that you guys have easy access to them. You don't have to go asking in the comments or anything. So I'll go ahead and link it. This is the final look, you guys. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the color. I love the length. I love the size of them. Everything about them looks cute. And once the freshness of the style dies down, she can like put it up. She could style it. She's going to have so much fun with it once she gets back to school. So it's going to be great. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you try it, if you will try it. And don't forget, I linked everything.